Don't you hate it when the surf is calm all week when you have to be at work, but the very minute you get out of work it's blowing 20-mile-per-hour winds out of the south? It's time to talk about how to surf fish in rough weather. Your time is valuable, so you need to learn how to fish effectively when given the opportunity. To be clear, I am not recommending you fish in a thunderstorm. You literally have lightning rods in your hand. It's not worth the risk. When you get to the beach, locate the best area with structure to set up. More videos about that are linked down below. Fishing in rough weather requires you to be thoughtful about how you set up. Spread out your surf rods along the beach more than you typically would. The goal is to give space for your weight to settle, as the current is going to be moving quickly with the rough surf. Spreading out baits also helps you cover more zones that could potentially be holding fish. You might have specific spots figured out in normal conditions, but rough surf can completely alter where the fish are feeding. The second step you can take is to switch out your pyramid weights for Sputniks. Sputnik weights, sometimes referred to as spider weights, have stainless steel arms that lock in place on the side of the lead. When you cast out, the weight settles and the stainless steel arms grab into the sand, making it more difficult for the weight to move or roll along the bottom. When you want to reel in, or even when a fish picks up your bait, the stainless steel arms snap open, allowing you to easily retrieve your leader. I have fished in rough weather and my 6-ounce pyramid weights were bouncing all over the place. But the angler right next to me was fishing with 4-ounce Sputniks and they were sticking. Keep a couple Sputniks with you when surf fishing. You never know when you're going to need one. You also need to consider what bait to take with you. Some soft baits like shrimp can be tough to keep on the hook in normal conditions, but will only get worse in rough weather. I recommend bringing a variety of baits in case you struggle keeping the bait on the hook. Some of the more durable baits to use are sand fleas, crabs, and synthetic baits like fish gum. Baits like shrimp, ghost shrimp, and clams are soft and can easily fly off in the wind. For all your bait options, you can use magic thread, which is an elastic, almost invisible thread you wrap around your baits. Wrapping some magic thread around your bait is a real game changer for hurling soft baits into the wind. Depending on surf structure, there are times where you might have to wade out into the water to place your bait in the best location. The number one killer at the beach is not sharks, it's rip currents. If you are fishing in rough weather, then please make sure you're mindful of where the rip currents are located. If you're not sure what a rip current looks like, then a simple step you can take is to put your feet in the water. Do you feel the force of water trying to pull you out? If you do, you could be standing in a rip current. Don't risk wading out if you can feel that powerful force of water dragging you away from shore. The number one reason people die at the beach each year is due to being dragged out in a rip current and eventually drowning. If at all possible, choose a location that does not require you to wade out during rough weather. Not only do you need to protect yourself while in the water, but if you're going to stay out in rough weather, you need to consider protecting yourself while waiting for the fish to bite. In high winds, you can quickly become sandblasted and skin chapped. But you can't just bring any tent out with you onto the beach, at least here in Florida. I found one option that is a beach legal tent that you can strategically set up to block out wind and sand. The Sportbrella goes for about $65 on Amazon, but you can also find it in some local sports stores. These beach tents make the world of difference for protecting against the elements and also have pockets built in to pack with sand.